As a northern girl visiting an Igbo family for the first time, I desperately wanted to be 100% ready. But guess what? I was wrong. It was just a regular day. Our relationship was going well. We were just hanging out. And then it got quiet. And he told me, in 2 weeks' time, I'll be taking you to see my parents. I was shocked, happy, and tensed at the same time. And I don't know what's with these Igbo men. They are just not romantic. So at this point, I was having mixed feelings. I was happy with the whole process, but then I don't know what it's going to be like a girl visiting her in-laws for the first time, or let alone a northern girl going to visit an Igbo family for the first time. When I got home that night, I was tense, I was restless, and I couldn't sleep. I had to get up and start looking for informations online from Facebook to TikTok, just anything that could help my situation, video or picture. A girl going to visit her in-laws for the first time, or in my own situation, self, a northern girl going to visit an Igbo family for the first time. But unfortunately for me, there was no information that was remotely related to my situation. I was happy, but at the same time, I was under a lot of tension. The following morning, it didn't get any easier. I couldn't get the thoughts out of my head. I kept thinking, and the tension continued. Not that I didn't know that our culture were different, language and distance, but then we are now going to a new phase of relationship where everything is now becoming real. I had to meet his parents. I had to learn how to adapt or how to behave. It was just a lot of information. To make matters worse, I even from the sake of research, I called him that morning to ask if there was even any member of his family that had gotten married outside their tribe. And guess what? He said no. That mounted more pressure on me. The preparation continued. I was still worried about what I should look like. What kind of hair should I wear? What's the length? What color? What style? How would it look like if I wear a specific kind of hair? At the end of the day, I had to order one hair like that from one online vendor. When it came down to clothes, I started thinking what was the right clothes to wear. Should I wear a native? Should the native be short? Should it be long? Or should I wear jean? Should I wear polo? Or is it gown? There was just a lot of thoughts in my head. I was just thinking, in as much as I was trying to dress to as well as presentable and impressible, I also wanted to dress the right way that is expected. And this I didn't even know. It's funny how time flies, especially in this kind of situations. Before I knew it, it was 2 days to the time. The hair I ordered did not even arrive anymore. So I couldn't wear the dress I have been planning and preparing for. I just had to wear something very simple. And this was how I was looking. And the day finally came. We're in a vehicle heading to his parents' place, and guess what? I was still tense. I was still nervous. I was having a lot of conversations in my head, imagining what it was going to be like. Will I be liked? Would I be disliked? Would I make a mistake? How should I greet? Should I kneel? Should I stand? Should I bow? What should the right way to go about it? I was still there. Then at some point, I started feeling hungry and I wanted to get something to eat. Then my husband told me that I shouldn't, that his mom had called earlier to ask what my favorite food was so she could prepare it for me. I was shocked, I was happy, and for the first time in all the preparation process, I felt relieved. I don't know if anybody can relate with me. The big deal in someone who you've not met, like your in-law that haven't met you, don't know how you look like or anything, to have called to ask what your favorite food was so she could prepare it for it. I felt loved even when I've not been seen. I felt happy, and that was a huge, huge relief. But I was still nervous. After a couple of hours, we arrived. We knocked, and then we heard footsteps coming towards the gate to welcome us. It was at this point I started thinking if I should run back because my tension at this point had tripled. And guess who was coming to the gate? Mom. I'll share the rest of the story tomorrow because it's already getting too long. So stay tuned.